Hello, I'm JimClassic, and you are watching Geekin It. So, today I'll be doing two Transformers toy reviews from the Titan Returns series. Two little bundles of joy that I'm pretty happy to have in my collection. First up at bat is Transformers Titans Returns Legends Class Kickback. Kickback, my personal favorite out of the three original Insecticons, was the final Insecticon from the G1 era to be introduced into the Classics, Generations, Combiner Wars, Titans Returns toy line. It's a mouthful. It's all the same toy line, just a different subtitle. Yeah, that's not confusing. But yes, Kickback is my favorite out of the three Insecticons, and they did a pretty damn good job with this little guy. I stumbled upon Kickback at a Walmart shortly after a job interview, and naturally I snatched this guy up right away, so yeah. Kickback is a grasshopper, fitting into the whole Classics aesthetic, like Shrapnel, and Bombshell. Fits in that very similar aesthetic. Beast Mode is pretty darn good. Unlike the previous two Insecticons, Kickback does have some translucent plastic in the wings and in the chest cavity, back cavity, the hatch. Just like the original G1 Kickback had. It's a very similar hatch, except it's yellow. And it also opens up, which we'll get to that in a minute. Oh wait, we're here now. The yellow hatch does open up, just like the original G1 version. It opens up right there. You see that? And it kind of becomes a saddle for a Titan Master. You get a little Titan Master. Yeah, there's two little peg holes. You just kind of put him. Of course, he's fighting me now. He's fighting me. He's fighting me. He's putting up a battle. He doesn't want to do it. There we go. He's in. See, the little Titan Master is sitting in there and is kind of riding Kickback like a beast rider or something like that. It's it actually does look pretty cool. I do like it. It adds that little extra playable feature that comes in a lot of the Titans Returns Legends class figures, and I do kind of like it. Retroactively speaking, I kind of wish the other two Insecticons had that feature, but they don't. So Kickback will stand alone in this little feature, and I'm okay with that. It looks really cool. Articulation for the Beast Mode is pretty limited for the Beast Mode. The front and middle legs are just stationary, solid plastic. The wings can have a little bit of movement. They are on hinges as well, but at the same time, it's clear plastic. Clear plastic tends to be pretty brittle, so I'll just move them around on the ball joint base right there, and not on the hinge that's up by the hinge part. But they can move around a bit, so that's cool. And of course, the rear legs do have some level of positioning, mobility. This area does kind of lock into place, but you can move that if you want to. But you can just there is some limit. There is a lot of limitation for the Beast Mode, but it looks good. So let's get to transforming Kickback. And here we have Robot Mode. And Kickback does look pretty cool. However, he does look pretty damn gangly. He's got longer arms, he's got longer legs than Shrapnel and Bombshell, which it makes sense because grasshoppers are kind of spindly in certain respects. They are the athletic insects, more so than probably the two other Insecticons. And he just looks taller. He looks ganglier. He's got really long arms right here. Whoa, he's dancing. He's dancing. He's dancing. He is dancing. Look at him go. He's got longer arms. He's got some long, powerful looking legs. Like this guy, he's called Kickback for a reason, because he kicks. And these look like the type of stompers that will kick you back. Unlike the original G1 version, where the wings came out of the shoulder area, these just come out of the back, but they do look good. They can be positioned to either stand out or to be swept back like this, which I prefer the swept back look for Kickback's design. And again, we have the chest compartment, which does still open up just like the original G1 version, which again, it's part of the Titan Master feature, but it is still a homage to the original G1 version, which is probably my favorite Insecticon design, which I think I already said that, but I don't remember. And his little tiny head sculpt is pretty cool. He does have these little soft plastic antenna, which is carried over from the beast mode. And if you look carefully enough, I'll try to do it. I don't know if it'll work. He does have a little bit of light piping. There is a little bit of light piping in this tiny Legends class figure. Seeing that little bit of light piping on a toy this small is a cool little surprise, which I enjoy. One final thing about Kickback, which I want to talk about, is there is a little display port for him. Hasbro has been doing this a lot with a lot of their deluxe class and Legends class figures for like some of the Generations characters like Windblade and a lot of the Titans Returns deluxes, and I think even one or two of the Robots in Disguise figures had this little port, and in Kickback it's right there in his butt. Okay, yeah, let's get the good laugh, a little butthole jokes, whatever. But yeah, these little ports right there where my finger is, they are for display stands to peg in, and you can do action poses and stuff. A lot of these Titans Return figures and some previous molds are starting to show up with this now. Hasbro is deliberately putting these little peg holes in there for display purposes, which that is fucking awesome to start seeing this, to have Hasbro have that foresight that people are going to want to display these figures. Let's give them more of an incentive to do it. Fucking A, man. Good job, Hasbro. Your quality control these days might be garbage, but at least you're doing a little bit of forethinking for collectors nowadays. And bravo. Do I recommend getting Titans Returns Kickback? Damn right I do. If you want to complete your Insecticon collection, you'll want to get them. Alright? If you want... Actually, yeah, that's the best answer. That's the best excuse. I don't have any other reason. If you want to complete your G1 Insecticons, get Kickback. Kickback is kicking it old school. I know that was corny. Whatever. Anyway, moving on to the next review. Next on the ballot is Transformers Titans Returns Legends Class Gnaw.
No, yeah, no.
Gnaw was a Sharkicon from the G1 era, and for the Titans Returns Classics toy line, this has been a long-awaited figure for a lot of Transformers fans. And quite frankly, Gnaw took forever to show up in the stores. I got him the same time as I got Kickback. And so, yay. Titans Return Gnaw is my first official Sharkicon. I never owned the G1 Sharkicon. I've been looking for him periodically for years, never really got my hands on him, so Gnaw is my first, and so far only true Sharkicon. And I do plan on army building. Yes, I do own Transformers Energon Sharkicon and Beast Hunters Megatron with Sharkicon armor, but they are not true Sharkicons. This one is 100% bona fide Sharkicon. I tend to forget about this a lot because I forgot about it with Alpha Trion, and I think I forgot about it with Sentinel Prime. They always come with collector's cards, and this one is Gnaw's collector's card. The collector's card features Gnaw in beast mode in great artwork, surfacing out of the water to attack his prey. It looks really cool. I love this artwork. There's also a little bio, not a bio, but there's a little text spec on the back. I don't know. The tech specs have gotten really dumbed down over the years, and it's just basically photographs of their attributes with a little. I don't know. It's stupid. This has really become a joke now. I don't like it. Also, while we're on the subject, here's Kickback in his awesome little action pose right there. I love it. You know, it's really cool seeing the Legends class figures in these action poses because, you know, the Deluxe class and the Voyager class figures, it's just them standing there with the head docking on the body, which is kind of lame. But, you know, this is really cool stuff. On to the Beast Mode. This thing is so fucking cool. Look at this little guy. He's just like, for me, Sharkicons have always been very off-putting with their blank stare, gaping maw. Even it has tiny legs so it can chase you on land. This thing is like a Darwinian robo-anglerfish from hell. And I love it. For articulation for the Beast Mode, he does have some, you know, working legs, hip joints, and knees. Even though the knees are kind of sculpted weird, there's like a second angle that's solid. I don't quite get it. I don't quite agree with it, but it is there. But he does have fully articulated hips and knees. The little stubbly, you know, proto arms or whatever are there. You know, they go up and down. It's pretty cool. His jaws do open. The bottom jaw can open up, and even the top jaw can open up, revealing, well, not much. For a toy of this size and compactness, he does have a little bit of a throat, and if you're anything like me, you forgot to rotate the head around during transformation, so you can see Gnaw's robo head peering out from inside his gullet, which I suppose does make him a little bit more disturbing now.
Make him a little bit more disturbing now.
Like all Titans Return Legends class figures, Gnaw can interact with a Titan Master figure. And you open up the mouth, you take flywheels here, or is he Skytread? His new name is Skytread. And there are little pegs at the base of the jaw, and it doesn't really work very well. At least not on this one, it doesn't. And it doesn't really work. So really, the only play feature is that, you know, Gnaw can eat a Titan Master. That's really as far as it goes. He's supposed to sit in the mouth, but really, what self-respecting Transformer, what self-respecting anybody would want to sit in this guy's jaw and just ride around? No, it's an awful interactive feature. It is terrible, but I suppose it just, you know, it's there because the toy line requires it, but it just doesn't work, and which I'm fine with that because, you know, he can just eat him. He can just eat the guy, and, you know, I'm okay with that too. I think we've pretty much gotten the Beast Mode out of the way. Like I said, overall I love this Beast Mode. It is so freaking awesome. It captures the look of the Sharkicon really well. And the only other thing to do is, well, let's transform him. And here we have Gnaw in robot mode. I really love the color scheme here on Gnaw. I love the blue and the gray and the pink. You know, the color scheme still matches pretty well with the original G1 version, or the original G1 cartoon model. They did a really good job recapturing the original Sharkicon in a more modern sense. Sort of. From the front, Gnaw looks a lot like his 80s movie counterpart, with the short round body, stubby arms and legs, and like gladiator-like head sculpt. However, when you turn him around and start to see how hollow and neglected he is, you can start to see a lot of the flaws that Gnaw has. Hashtag Gnaw flaws. Yeah, I mean, it's just like, I feel like it's like half a robot mode. I mean, they did try to fill out his back a little bit by having the Sharkicon fin right there, Really, what they probably could have and should have done is have the beast mode head hanging off the back, like in the original toy and in the cartoon model. You know, it this part was supposed to be part of the back. I don't know how they could have done it or why they chose to do it this way, but it does look like we're looking at half a robot, and it's very hollow and, like I said, neglected in the back area. And I'm not a big fan of these beast mode pieces and the arms just hanging off of the heels and ankles of Gnaw. Um, Looking at Gnaw from any angle other than the front, he really does look a little bit sloppy in any other angle. And as much as I love the beast mode, I am very torn about this robot mode. Now that I got that out of the room, now that the legs or the arms, still ball jointed shoulder and elbow with that weird elbow bend right there. He does look left and right. He can turn all the way around because that's part of the transformation. And he does kind of bend at the knee. He does have a permanent knee bend. There is no straightening it out. And of course, the one hell of a heel spur, that's for damn sure. So this guy can stand well. And of course, his only weapon is the tail of the beast mode, which is now like his mace or flail. It's more like a flail. I don't know why the flail's in the shape of a gun. I don't know why they couldn't have put a peg right there. They could have held it like that, but they didn't do that. He does have a little extra feature. He does have the 5mm points, and even at the base, I suppose I could even put the flail right there. I don't know why I would, but maybe like an extra gun, which I don't have any guns available nearby within arm's reach. But I suppose you could put extra guns at the forearms right there. And so yeah, you know. Yay. Like Kickback, there is also on the back, he has these two ports on each side where you can set them up, get a display peg, and peg them in. Also, I forgot to document this in the beast mode, but underneath the jaw here, if you flip up the jaw, there is another peg right there for beast mode. So, like I said, Hasbro is consciously making an effort to get these guys display ready for you, the collector. And that is a really cool feature. I really do like that. In my opinion, my final thoughts, Gnaw really should have been a deluxe class figure. Even though we would have had the extra added Titan Master feature, which, for Gnaw I would have thought would be superfluous, but I still would like to see a deluxe class version of Gnaw somewhere down the road. It's probably going to happen, considering he's so hard to find right now. It's probably going to boost popularity, and Hasbro will probably do it for the next toy line, or the toy line after that, or maybe even Robots in Disguise. We might see a deluxe Sharkicon Gnaw, which I'm really hoping we do. Overall, Gnaw is a fun toy, where the robot mode is a bit lacking. The beast mode is just pure love. So I think Gnaw is awesome. Gnawsome. Did Thew already do that Gnawsome joke? He probably did. I probably stole it from him. I don't know. Hashtag Gnawsome.